Hi guys, I'm Heath Poland with Urban Security Agents. The other day I saw a post on Facebook through one of my security groups that I follow. A guy training with his jacket on, which I'll be doing that here shortly. But I want to explain something. This is my everyday carry right here. There's nothing fancy. There's nothing. I don't have a whole bunch of shit on my waist. I don't have any of that stuff. The reason why I carry like this and it's open, even if I'm wearing a jacket, a hoodie, any of those things I have to put on over my normal shirt, whether it be this one or whether it be a different one. Okay. Um, I just don't like carrying concealed. Now, under the company, we do carry concealed in certain contracts and whatnot that we do, use and run with. Executive protection being one of them, only because 9 times out of 10 they just don't want firearms shown. I want you to have them, just not be shown. Okay. Um, but as a regular security officer out on a post or whatever the case may be, I personally believe you should not carry concealed. It needs to be accessible quickly. You don't need to fight with a jacket, a shirt, your uniform, your vest, or any of those things. So you need to train with all of those things. Okay, your vest, your jackets, your hoodies if you have a hoodie, which 9 times out of 10, you throw on your hoodie, you put your vest on over top of that, and it kind of secures it around your waist where it's not all bunched up. But then again, you got to train around your vest right in this area. Okay, same way with the if you carry anything over here like I do. But me personally, I don't. I don't carry concealed. I we'll get into that at a later date. But anyway, this guy was training with his jacket over his weapon, and what he was doing wasn't bad. Okay. However, I want to go through a couple things that maybe may help, may not help, whatever the case may be. One, during the wintertime, I wear these long sleeve Under Armour type shirts. Okay. One, they retain a lot of heat, so I don't have to wear a jacket. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't get cold to where I have to. And 9 times out of 10, in the jacket I'm fixing to put on, I'm burning up. Okay. Um, so that being said, first of all, I'm gonna do it without the jacket, and then we'll move forward with the jacket on. Okay. First things first, safety, of course. I have a loaded firearm, so we're gonna unload it. Here's the clip. Here is the round in the pipe. I have an empty firearm. There's nothing in there. Okay. Safety first. So reholster. We're gonna be done with that. All right. So first things, when you're drawing, there's you can go through a lot of people, a lot of instructors, a lot of academies, a lot of do-it-yourself people. Self-taught maybe. A lot of military personnel that get on YouTube and various other platforms and teach as well. Law enforcement officers, etc. I've been doing this security for a little over 15 years. I've had training with various people, various ways, various other, whatever you want to call it. But mainly, I am self-taught in how I do these things because of my experiences. Okay, there's a lot of difference of just going to the range and doing this and having the experience to back it up with. Okay, so first of all, I see a lot of people standing with their feet about shoulder width and training in this position. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so don't get me wrong. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But me personally, I like to train with, one foot in front of the other, my weapon side away from whatever I'm contending with, whatever I'm dealing with, all of those things. Because one, the first rule of law enforcement or whatever, carrying a weapon, security, being private and just carrying a weapon, you want to try to keep your weapon away from whomever you're dealing with. End of story. Okay. So I like to train kind of, you know, 1 foot behind, 1 foot in front. And they would still be about a shoulder width apart. Okay. Now, the reason why is because I can get down and I can make a smaller target. I'm not a big guy to begin with. I've got a little extra weight in the midsection. But in truth, I'm not a very big guy. I'm 5'6". Probably right now my heaviest is 160, maybe 165 pounds. So I'm not a big feller. So my thinking on this is if I'm engaging someone, okay, I want that target to be a little smaller than what I'm trying to engage with, okay? If the target on me is smaller, they're not going to hit me nearly as much as they are the broadside of a barn. So that being said, I'm going to do this facing you, and then I'm going to turn to the side and do it this way, okay? So my reaction when I have to draw my weapon is my non-dominant hand comes to my chest, okay? It doesn't matter. It always comes to my chest, okay? So when I draw, I get a good firm grip. I come up, I've still got a good firm grip, out to this position, and then out, okay? And then back, release, and back in. It's the very basics, okay? Again, this is from my experiences. So this is just the basics, okay? We're gonna be going slow. We're not gonna be trying to do some John Wayne shit here, okay? Um, I have time myself. I am fairly quick. I'm not the fastest, but I'm not the slowest either, okay? But when I draw my weapon, I take that position. My knees are slightly bent. My shoulders are slightly turned. My hand's at my chest. It doesn't have to be touching it. Just it has to be at the chest area. I come up and I come out. Now this position is comfortable for me. Just again because of my experiences. Okay. So plain clothes, shirt, whether it's uniform shirt, whether it's just t-shirt, whether it's a shirt like this, it doesn't matter. All the same concepts apply. Okay. So I'm doing it again. Hand at my chest area. It doesn't have to touch, just in this area. If you need to touch, then touch, okay? Get a good firm grip, up, out, draw your weapon, back, and then back in, okay? Hand comes back, it secures back in the holster. End of story. Just basic things, okay? So, jacket. Alright, so, as you can tell, this is the company jacket. I'm gonna zip it up like the guy had it. Now, he had it zipped up, and again, he was facing squared off towards, whoever he was trying to deal with. And his thing was reach across, grab it, come up, draw, out, back, grab it, reholster. Okay. Now, if you fellers want to time this wherever, fine. Me personally, I think this takes too much time to be trying to reach over, undo my holster, undo my weapon, come out, come back in, and then do it all over again. Okay. Now, if you have it unzipped, all right, I reach behind my back, I grab the jacket, and then I'm out. Okay. So we're gonna go back to this. Zipped. Turn to the side. Okay. Again, I think it takes too much time to reach across, grab what you need, come out, come back in. Okay. And that's especially if you have, a vest on, any of those things that adds extra stuff you have to reach around to get to that side, whether you're grabbing way up here, okay, and you're taking it out, excuse me, or you're grabbing from the bottom, okay. Now, unzipped. Again, I reach around to the back, bring it around, and out I go, okay. Now, me personally, when I carry, again, if I have to have a jacket on, a hoodie on, this is how it looks. It goes on the outside of my jacket. I kind of bring it all back down, tuck it in if I need to, okay? Same goes for everything else. Over and tuck, okay? I want easy access to this. I don't need to fight with everything in the way. I don't want to have those issues, those hassles, okay? So that's the biggest thing for me is if you're gonna wear a jacket, train on whatever's comfortable for you, to you, for you, your job, whatever the case may be. If you're carrying personally, again, train. I can't say that enough. You got to train. You got to train doing this, you know, with your jacket on, with your jacket off, hoodie on, whatever the case may be. If you've watched any of my videos to begin with, you'll hear me say you need to train with whatever shoes you most commonly wear. There's four: tennis shoes, boots, women's shoes, and that category would be like high heels or something like that, or sandals, flip flops, sandals of that kind. You need to train in those shoes that you most commonly wear. That way you're able to move and you're able to be comfortable in those shoes, okay? The same applies with wearing garments, your clothing. If you're gonna wear a jacket like this, like I do, it's like this. It doesn't matter if I'm on duty or not. This way it's easy for me to get to, out, back in, and secure. Okay? Now, it did get caught in that. So that part you can readjust, get it secured, and take care of whatever you need to. Okay? Same way with over here. If I needed to get to that, it's easy to get to, easy retrieval. And we're not putting anything back if we have to change. You're dropping one out, you're putting one in, and you're going right back at it. Okay? Hopefully that's not the case, but if it is, that's the way it should be going. Now again, by the side, I'm gonna do my stance. Okay, so my stance, out, back in. My jacket's getting caught in my holster where it slides back in. It sucks, it happens. Okay, now I have a leg thigh. Or, excuse me, leg gear. Thigh gear. Okay, Alien holsters. Amazing setup. Love it. It's good, sturdy equipment. You don't have to worry about that as much, you know, with the jacket if it's down here on the thigh. Just make sure that, you know, your radio cords and shit ain't, you know, that low and dragging into other shit. Make sure all that stuff is tight to your vest, to your body, whatever you carry, okay? So again, my stance is down. Now, you see me kind of bend over just a hair. That's just how I've trained. That's how I've been taught. Come up, out, the back. Okay. I'm taking this off because it's fucking hot. So my point is if you train with a jacket, if you have to wear a jacket in most northern states, colder areas, train. Train to make sure you can clear that weapon with everything, pull it out, come out to the stance you need to be, and put it back, okay? If you wear a jacket and you've got it unzipped, that was just one example of me reaching around the back, pulling it away, almost around to the front of me. It's more about right here, so it clears this all. Clear it, grab it, let go, out, back in. I mean, you're catching the point. At least I hope so. Again, these are just basics. I want to comment in, and I want to give credit where credit is due. This guy's making an attempt. He's training. He wants to be safe, and he's putting forth the time and the effort to put himself out there like I am, to go, hey, what am I doing wrong? Is there something I could be doing better? Okay. I asked the guy to message me. He's not returned, messages yet, which is fine. I'm not gonna push anybody. But he was training and he was doing it in the best way that he knew how, I'm assuming, or the best way he was trained, I'm assuming. I don't know. There's not a whole big backstory to it, okay? But where credit is due, guy was training and doing his best to get it done. All right. That's it for jackets. Here in a minute, I'm going to take this holster off and put my thigh on and show you the way I draw from that one, okay? Like, share, subscribe. Please do it on the other platforms as well. Facebook, TikTok, of course, YouTube. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.